Hi, I'm Stavros. Good morning and welcome. In this week's video, I've got another full electric car to show you around. This time it's the Peugeot e-2008 with its 50 kilowatt hour battery pack. So yeah, I'll show you around the exterior first, then I'll hop inside and go down through the interior controls, and then we'll be taking it for a little bit of a range test, just to see how efficient the Peugeot is. Let's go! Starting off with the exterior first then, finished here in orange fusion metallic, really striking colour on the Peugeot e-2008. Now of course you can get this with combustion engines as well, petrol and diesel, but we're just focusing today on the full electric. So yeah, nice piece of design. We have full LED lights, daytime running lamps as well, and your fog lights, they're all LEDs, and I really like the grille here, the way it matches in with the rest of the car. That is really nice. And we have a dichroic badge, they call it. So when you move around, it kind of changes colours like that. So it's kind of green when you look at it and sort of blue from other angles. So yeah, nice touch to the front of the Peugeot. And yeah, we'll hop inside and we'll show you the boot there shortly as well. Yeah, so this car is coming in at €33,665. This is the Allure specification. You can get active, which is cheaper, or GT specification, which is more expensive. So yeah, we have got the black roof rails there as well, and the privacy glass there on the back windows. Yeah, it's all very nicely designed. Quite like it. And yeah, let's just have a quick look at the boot there. So we have 434 litres of boot capacity and 1467 litres when the seats are folded down. So we have a 60-40 split at the back there. So yeah, we don't have any electrical socket in the back here, just one lamp. I was trying to figure out what these are for. So if anyone wants to comment below, do you know what these are for? I was asking a couple of people and they couldn't figure out either what they're for. Anyway, we'll move on. Now it does have a modular floor, so you can lift this up and make it level with the lip here, so you can store all your cables underneath that modular floor. So I really do like that. And we have our cables there as well. We've got the granny cable and your type 2 cable in the nice Peugeot bag there as well. Yeah, so get this cover to protect your carpet in the boot as well. Yeah, so we just have reversing sensors on this specification. We don't have any front parking sensors, so yeah, it would have been nice if they had been added. Anyway, let's hop in the back. Okay, sitting in the rear, that's my driving position. I'm 6'2", and yeah, it's not too bad for leg space. Head space, pretty good, about 3 inches above my head. And down here we have 2 USB-A connections, and up front you've got a USB-C to the left and a USB-A to the right. And in behind the seats we've got the pouches. We have this intrusion of this tunnel. So this is probably because you can get combustion engine versions of this car. That's probably why that's there. Other electric cars, this would be all flat. But anyway, we have the anchor points there for the child seats. Nice zippers covering them. And we have leather effect on the back seats. And the green stitching. Nice fabric design. We don't have any armrest on the rear here. But we do at least have 2 LED lights for the back seat passengers. And handles there for all the occupants in the rear here as well. Now if you look at the bottom of the door, they are quite well sealed. This is probably contributing to how quiet the car is at motorway speed. So yeah, it is quite refined at speed, and it will be good for keeping the sills clean as well, those seals. Yeah, so let's open the bonnet and have a quick look underneath. Okay, opening up the bonnet here, and yeah, you'll notice that we just have the E badging at the sides and at the rear of the car, and a different grille. They are the only distinguishing features between this and the combustion engine version. And we have the 2008 badge there at the front. So you don't often see model numbers on the bonnets of cars, but there you have it on the Peugeot. And yeah, the electric motor is 100 kilowatts. It develops 134 horsepower and it's got 260 Newton meters of torque. And it's quite amusing as well. When you start up the car, you can see the coolant flowing around that bottle. So that's quite funny. Anyway, let's close it up. €120 to tax this car for the year. yeah, it's a nice piece of design at the front there. So I'm just going to hop inside on the LED headlights. Let me just show you the key. It doesn't have keyless entry, this model, so we simply have lock, unlock, and we can turn on the lights there as well. Let's just have a quick look at them, and at the rear as well. It's quite nicely done. We have the 3 LED lights there at the back as well. So let's hop inside. We do have a bit of a high sill here as well to get your leg over, and we do have electric folding mirrors as well, and the green here on the door cards. That's a nice look as well. It's kind of a carbon fiber look to the dashboard there. And yeah, the seats as well, as I showed you already, the leather effect and nice design on them. Now, one bugbear I've always had with these Peugeots, especially the newer ones, of course, I did have an old one and it didn't have this problem, but this one does. It's the steering wheel is blocking the instrument binnacle here, so it's blocking some of it there, which is quite annoying. But let's just start it up here, and yeah, so that is your instruments, digital instruments. You see the way that they're reflected from the top here. See, look, if I put my hand in there, look, they're reflected down onto this screen, so that's quite nicely done. And yeah, so this is literally my eye level here now. So like, I'm literally having to go up and down. You know, I can just about see the speed from the height that I like my seating in. So there you have it. Now the footrest there, not the widest. It would be nice if it was a bit wider. And the dashboard here, it kind of sticks out a bit too much, so your leg would be forever rubbing against that. And we have the USB-C and USB-A connections here as well, with storage in there and your 12-volt socket. And yeah, so this folds down. Why doesn't it fold into the dashboard? You open up this, now you're trying to reach in for stuff here. So yeah, that should have been folding back in towards the dashboard. There is your E-selector. So we have park, we have neutral, reverse, and drive, of course. Now if you want to put it into reverse, let me just close the door, because otherwise it's going to be buzzing away at me. So you have to push in the button, and then you can get it into reverse, then neutral, then into drive, and then further back into B mode, your regenerative braking. So yeah, that's all quite nicely done. And we have our electronic handbrake, and we have 3 different driving modes, so sport, normal, and eco mode. So we're going to be driving in eco mode in our little test drive. So we have 2 different height cup holders as well, so you can see that one's a bit deeper, so move that one up there. Then we can slide our armrest. Very well done, nice and comfortable. I do like that. And storage in here as well. This is very handy for coins, so you can take that out, empty your coins into your other hand. So that's nice attention to detail. I like that. And yeah, it goes right in underneath as well. So yeah, decent enough storage in that. Yeah, and on the dashboard, I do like these kind of piano style switches here for your air conditioning and demisting your windows. And you can lock your doors there as well. The volume button should have been either placed in the middle or preferably over here for right hand drive. So it is left hand drive bias. So as is the glove box as well. So it's smaller on the right hand drive versions, as they all are with these ones. But yeah, the dashboard is quite a nice design. We have the 10-inch touchscreen here. We have the air conditioning controls. So you just have, you can turn on your aircon and you can turn it off with these switches here. So everything else you have to go up here and turn on your fan and all that as well. So yeah, you can just keep it in auto mode. Maybe you won't have to go into the screen as often. And Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, of course. So yeah, we can turn that back off. So yeah, it's a nice screen. It's once you pair up your phone, you can use your satellite navigation. It's all nicely done. And yeah, you can do your traction control and your inflation of your tires as well. So yeah, that's all nicely done. And yeah, so you see when I'm sitting really low, then I can see the whole screen, but that's not the way I drive, guys. I drive kind of higher up in the position like that. So on the stereo as well, we have the volume controls and your voice activation, and this is for going down through the menu here as well. So let me wait for that to focus, and there you go. You can turn your switch there, and yeah, the screen is a bit laggy. You know, it takes a few seconds for things to kind of warm up a bit, and switch menus. So wait for it. There you go. Yeah, so it's a bit on the slow side, but you can see there, look, we have 19.8 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers showing up on the screen there. And over here as well, so this is for switching your track on your music. So why isn't that positioned over here and the menu positioned over there? I don't know, guys, I don't design them. And the cruise control as well, I really hate it down here. Really do not like it, because when I'm driving, it's kind of close to my knee. So that should be positioned up here on the steering wheel somewhere, as should be the lane keep assist. What is it doing down there? It should be up on the steering wheel. But there you have it, guys. I think it's time to take it for a test drive and see what it's like on the range test. So when I charged up the car this morning, it was reading 310 kilometers of range. Now it's reading 296 with a bit of driving I was doing around town. Now Peugeot will claim that this will do between 191 and 206 miles. That is what Peugeot is claiming. And we have the Portlaoise Plaza. We're heading there. We've got 132 kilometers to get there, and it'll be interesting to see what sort of range we have left when we arrive. So yeah, let's hit the road. So I'm just cruising on the motorway now, and yeah, the noise levels are quite low on this car. So yeah, obviously the tires are quite good on it, and it's well insulated, so you get low wind noise levels, and the suspension is very well done as well. So it's not like too bouncy, but at the same time it is a bit firm, so it's giving you good feel on the road. And yeah, I quite like the way it's set up now, the suspension. Now it weighs around 1550 kilos, which is around the same weight as the Opel Mokka E. Now the Mokka E, I test drove that recently. I felt that that had more accurate steering than this Peugeot. Also the lane keep assist on this car is, it needs to be better calibrated. It's not the best at keeping you in the lane. It kind of waits until you go almost over the line before it starts correcting. So that needs sorting out. But other than that, it's quite a nice, calm, relaxing cruiser. Even at 120 kilometers as well, it's still relatively quiet. You might hear a small bit of wind noise up around here at the top of the windscreen, but other than that, it's absolutely fine. You can see a bit of the bonnet as well from your driving position, just like on the Mokka E. So yeah, they share the same components when it comes to the battery pack. The same 50 kilowatt hour, 45 kilowatt usable. Now to charge up this car, Peugeot is claiming 10% to 80% on a 100 kilowatt charger. It'll take about 30 minutes. On a 50 kilowatt, 15 minutes more, so 45 minutes. And on an 11 kilowatt charger, 3-phase, you're looking at about 5 hours and 15 minutes to charge this from empty to full. And on a home wall box charger, 7 kilowatt, you're looking at about 7.5 hours to fully charge up your Peugeot e-2008. Yeah, we're actually doing quite well. We're down to 98 kilometers left. So we've driven 34 kilometers and we left at 296. So we've only used up 30 kilometers in our range, yet we've driven just over 34 kilometers. So that's good. The car is doing quite well at the moment. Eco mode, aircon off. On a day like today, it's 23 degrees still. So yeah, it is doing well, guys. Okay, so I've just arrived at the Portlaoise Plaza. I can see a Volkswagen charging, so hopefully the other one is free. Now, as I said already, we left Shannon with 296 kilometers. Okay, so judging by the sums, guys, we have done a lot better today. We left Shannon at 296 kilometers of range. We're now reading 146 kilometers. So we have used up 150 kilometers of range to drive 132 kilometers. So that's an 18 kilometer discrepancy, which is just over 11 miles. So this car performed very well today than yesterday. Yesterday was not good because I kept it in sports mode. I had the air conditioning on. But the conditions today, you see guys, are absolutely perfect. I mean, it's what, 23 degrees now. I didn't have the aircon on. I kept it in eco mode. So, you know, obviously the car is going to perform at its best. So in realistic conditions, like more everyday conditions where it's a lot colder in Ireland, you're obviously going to experience a lot lower range. Okay, let's charge it up. This is the 50 kilowatt charger. So the Volkswagen has just left this charger here, but it doesn't matter. We'll charge on CCS. And let's hope there's no issues. I wouldn't imagine there is at this hour of the day when it's all warmed up. And let's open up the charger and plug in our CCS. There you go. So you can go onto the Peugeot app and you can monitor this. So say for instance you were inside in Supermax there having food, you'd be able to monitor the charge rate on this through the app. And you can do numerous things on the Peugeot app as well. You can book a service and you can view past servicing as well. Okay, so we're getting quite good performance from this charger, 49.7. Yeah, so that's at a good rate. And there you can see we've been charging now for nearly 12 minutes and we're up to 68%, and we've got 8.22 kilowatt hours put into the battery pack. So all very good. Yeah, we'll get a bit of charge into it, head back to Dublin. Okay, so it's telling us we have 35 minutes to go until we are completely charged, and at the moment we're at 85%, 266 kilometers range showing. So obviously between 80% and 100% it's very, very slow. Okay, so we've just finished charging the Peugeot e-2008. Now it cost €6.81 and I did overstay my penalty by 2 minutes. So then I was charged an extra €4.60. So yeah, it has turned out to be €11.41 it has cost me to charge here, guys. So yeah, it turned out to be well, my own fault for staying over 2 minutes more than I should be. But guys, I really enjoyed the drive. There are areas for improvement on this car. The steering, in my opinion, they need to fix this. This is a big issue with these cars. It's fine for some people, but for me, the height and the way that I sit, this car is just not suitable for my driving position. And the center console as well needs to be narrowed a bit, more space for the left leg. But nice car to drive, good suspension setup, and as you can see, it can be very economical on a long drive. So yeah, that about wraps us up, guys. Don't forget, this is coming in at €33,665 for this exact model here. But yeah, nice color as well, orange fusion metallic. But I'm gonna wrap it up there, guys. Please do tune in next week. If you didn't see the other video I shot going a long distance in my Honda E and clocking up 1,000 miles, see how long that took me, guys, in this video. Click on this link here. But I'm gonna wrap it up with the Peugeot e-2008. Huge thanks to them for giving me the car, and I'll chat to you all again next weekend for another video. Take care, thanks for watching. Cheers! It's after costing 6, 10, 11.41, do it again. Okay, so I've just continued. I've just finished.